Hi and welcome to another gaming video, and in today's video I want to talk about Nintendogs. Now everyone of a certain age will remember the Tamagotchi. It was a 90s craze, a portable pixelated pet that would die if you didn't feed it or treat it very well, and it was the fantastic answer to Dad, can I have a dog? Nope, you can have this little plastic pet thing you've got to carry around with you all the time. But fast forward to the noughties and Dad, can I have a dog was met with, yes, here it is, but not a real dog, a Nintendogs. And it was a virtual pet for the Nintendo DS. And it was quite sophisticated for its time. It was a massive craze. I think it may have been a launch title for the DS in 2005. And they brought out various versions of it. So you had Labrador and Friends, Chihuahua and Friends, Dachshund and Friends. I had Labrador and Friends, and I actually thought it was pretty good. It really did sort of show off the DS. Having a touchscreen meant you could interact with your dog and stroke it and play with it and get it to fetch things, but it also had a microphone in the DS, so you could call its name and teach it to do tricks. And it was one of those things that it took some time. It basically had to teach the dog, so it had to learn its name and it had to learn the tricks, and you had to interact with it to get it to do whatever it needed to do. And it was pretty good. It's still pretty good for somebody who wanted a dog to look after, but there was no way they were going to have a real dog. This was the closest you were going to get to it at the time, and it was a massive craze, one of which I fell into for a little bit. But like most crazes, it didn't really last that long. I think the novelty of looking after this pet wore off, and it kind of just sort of fizzled out. But it really did show off what the DS could do. And when they released the 3DS, they did bring out one called Nintendogs and Cats, which I haven't tried, but it didn't do as well. I don't remember it being as popular as when they first released Nintendogs for the original DS back in sort of 2005. And these were games, stroke pet simulators that really did show off what the DS was capable of, and to show that it was more than just a games console. And they were huge at the time. So each game or each pet simulator would come with a main dog, so you'd have the Labrador one, but there would be 6 other dogs on that game as well. Same with the Chihuahua and the Dachshund one. There were other dog breeds in those titles. So fantastic. Seemed to be a bit of a passing fad, but great nonetheless. And it's just another example of how Nintendo likes to innovate things. It was a very clever idea from Nintendo, and it was just a break from the norm. It wasn't just a games console. These weren't just games that were being released. It was a little portable device with a portable pet inside. And hats off to Nintendo. It's great, and it is good fun. I don't really have the patience to sit there and teach it over and over again. I like the end side of it. But if a dog was what you wanted, and you wanted to be able to train a dog up, Nintendogs was as close as you're going to get to the real thing. So check it out if you haven't. Let me know what you think. Were you a fan of it, or have you never been interested in having a virtual dog, or maybe you're not even interested in having a real dog? Let me know. Link, like, subscribe, enjoy.